Intense emotions can feel wild, unstable, chaotic, unpredictable. They can make us feel ungrounded. They can make us feel reactive. So that's why I'm making this video, and it's going to help you to process your intense emotions. Typically, when we experience an intense emotion, the first thing we do is we start reacting to the arising phenomena within us, whether it's anger, sadness, shame, embarrassment, grief. We typically try to avoid discomfort. That's the primary impulse that we are experiencing. And we have to flip that impulse on its head. We have to make the counter instinctual move and not run away from the sensations. We have to not hate the sensations. Instead, we have to turn towards the emotion. When you experience an intense emotion, meet it with love and kindness. Meet it with acceptance. Meet it with a sense of self-compassion. An intense emotion is a part of you that is in pain, whether it's extreme anger, rage, or jealousy, frustration. There's a part of you that is suffering. And I want you to meet that part of you the same way that you would meet a baby who needs nurture. Because those parts of you that are reactive and can get extremely angry and jealous, or very sad and feeling ashamed of yourself, or extremely embarrassed and closed down, those are the wounded inner child parts of you, and they quite literally respond to things as though a child would. Because all that stuff from childhood, growing up, it doesn't really go anywhere. And certain events will trigger us, and they'll bring out those parts of us, and we can have an intense emotional reaction. And that's why we have to meet those parts of us as though they are a crying baby, as though they are a child, because they quite literally are a child. It's the stuff that happened to us, the stuff that was stored in us from age 4 or 2 or 1 or 7, whatever it is. And those parts of us are literally frozen in time. When some sort of overwhelming experience occurs and it traumatizes us, it overwhelms us, right? Minor to major trauma, a part of us freezes in time, right? It takes on the emotions, it takes on the beliefs, it takes on the behaviors, the reactions, and it gets kind of stuck there within us. And in order to really heal that part, you need to become aware of it. You have to get curious about it. You need to have self-compassion, right? Compassion for that part of you, and you need to nurture it. You can't push it away. You can't force it to stop, right? Imagine telling a crying baby to shut up. That's not going to do anything. Imagine locking a crying baby in a closet so that you never have to see it ever again. You need to respond to those parts of you as though they are a child, because they are. So you have to learn to nurture yourself the same way that you would nurture an actual baby, a friend who is in pain, a loved one who's in pain, an animal like your dog or your cat. Give that degree of care, nurture, softness, gentleness, reassurance to yourself. I want you to actually visualize yourself holding a baby and really get the sense of how gentle you really are with the baby. And it's that degree of gentleness that has to be applied to that part. So when, let's say, the intense emotion arises, you want to not distract yourself from it. Don't reach for your phone. Put your phone away. Just put your phone away. Put it in a different room. Put it in a drawer. Put it on mute. Your phone's gone. Don't distract yourself with the TV. I don't want you to try and escape the experience in any way with food. I want you to sit there, really begin to feel what it is you're feeling. Get curious about it. Instead of getting reactive to it, get curious about it. Be more compassionate towards those sensations. Actually meet those sensations with acceptance, with kindness, with love. That is actually how you're going to heal that part of you. And as you practice this, you build genuine self-love. The parts of you that are repressed and lash out, all the parts of you that you try and push away, they can slowly come out, and you can apply this method to them, and you slowly begin to piece yourself together. All the parts that you're disassociated from, they're safe enough to come out. The emotions are, there's a general sense of safety that occurs inside of your body, and the emotions can rise to the surface, and all that subconscious and unconscious stuff can begin to get cleared out. So do not fight against the sensations. Notice that when you're experiencing something uncomfortable, you tense up in your body. You can kind of jerk in interesting ways. You're not loose. You're not open. You're kind of closed, tense, a bit more rigid. You want to just open yourself up, relax your muscles, surrender to the experience. Don't fight against it. Allow it to exist. Allow whatever wants to come up to come up. And basically, you just want to hold it with love in the same way that you would hold a newborn baby. Just feel it and just meet it with kindness, gentleness, and softness, right? If a newborn baby came up to you, if it was right there in front of you and was crying, you would not push it away, right? That's a ridiculous thing to do with a baby. But that's the same thing that you're doing with your wounded inner child. You're not properly taking care of it. You're not applying nurture and genuine self-compassion to it. And this just kind of leaves you in states of reactivity, of fight, flight, freeze. It kind of leaves your nervous system unregulated. This leaves you mentally unclear. You're not sharp. You're just kind of reacting to your environment. You want to escape into pleasure, right? When you're kind of grounded, regardless of what's happening, right? Being grounded doesn't mean you always just feel calm and serene and blissful, right? Being grounded means that whatever's occurring, you're allowing the energy to come through, right? And you're actually in a state of acceptance of what's coming through, and there's a sense of kindness and love towards it. When you're actually in that sort of way of being, now you actually have a deeper capacity to really grow, to change, to not react, to regulate yourself. You're more clear, you're sharper. So that's it for this video. I'm offering one-to-one coaching. You can book a free call. Link is in the description. Take it easy.